So at first, I will give you a general presentation about additive manufacturing as an introduction to this second webinar. So at first, what is additive manufacturing, or what we call also 3D printing? So it corresponds to any manufacturing process which enables to produce one object from a successive addition of material layers deposited by heat input. It's based on a digital model and it requires no tool. So this technology is opposed to traditional ones such as machining, which are said to be subtractive. It enables, in particular, to design products with a complex geometry, which is not achievable with classic processes, which are classically forging or foundry. So it's interesting from an economic point of view because it reduces material cost, and the applications are very diverse in all the sectors, so industry, aeronautic, also biomedical, construction, and food. So there are different technology, different processes which can be used in the different industry sector, and also depending on the material which is necessary to produce the component. So additive manufacturing processes are really diverse and may be used for polymer, ceramic, or metallic materials. The properties of the final product are closely related to the raw material of the main material, the technology, and the machine features. The physical and mechanical characteristic of the final product depends mainly on the machine, the orientation of the piece, and the position of the part in the chamber, and also the process and the post-process parameters. So the properties of the product may depend on the orientation and position of the part in the construction space during the production phase. So this point was specifically presented during the previous webinar last week, and you can have a replay of this previous webinar if you are interested. So in this table, you have the different processes of additive manufacturing that can be used depending on the kind of material. So additive manufacturing allows the creation of fully functional products. And what is important to underline is that contrary to subtractive manufacturing, there is
jetzt
no...
klappt's. Ich danke dir. Super. Danke. Ciao. Ciao.
There is no tool to be used, and no use of molds to get the final products. So development of this technology enables to have a modelization of the final product and use machines with numerical control. 3D printing process is a very innovative process which is based on a CAD model of the product. So it is the first step to take into account is to build the CAD model of the product, and also the slicing of data into layers to be read by the printing machine. So it's also possible to use 3D printing for reverse engineering application. It's possible to scan one product and to get his CAD model and then transfer it in the printing machine. So it's possible to rebuild one old product which can be damaged and no more available on the market. So there are different steps to get the final product with this additive manufacturing process, which are quite different from traditional manufacturing. So the generation of the digital model is the first step through a CAD or optical scanning in case of reverse engineering method. This model is then converted into STL file format, which is necessary to be read by the additive manufacturing machine. And after generation of this STL, the file is imported into a slicer program to get at the end the different layers that will make the product. So the setup of the machine is also necessary before proceeding. And the manufacturing process of the product consists of subsequent stratification of material up to the creation of the 3D object. Generally, it's necessary to have a post-processing operation after the manufacturing in order to improve the performance of the product and to reduce the heating effect. Well-structured quality control strategy is required to guarantee the repeatability of the additive manufacturing process. So we have noticed that in some cases it's difficult to repeat exactly the same process with the same parameters. So it's important to define in the first step which are the main parameters that have an influence on the quality of the final product. So there are several parameters, several factors which have an influence on the quality of the final product. And contrary to conventional manufacturing, it's not possible to repair the product due to a defect. So it's very important to identify all those parameters initially at first stage in order to adapt the manufacturing process and to maybe to adapt also the control during the manufacturing. So those parameters can be from design, raw material, production system, equipment, software, input data, personnel, and process parameters. So the importance of each of those parameters will also depend on the final use of the product and on the kind of quality that is expected by the final user. At the end, which design is possible with additive manufacturing? So additive manufacturing enables the creation of complex geometries with undercuts and internal structures, while in traditional production techniques, it's necessary to create subgroups and divide the artifact into workable pieces to obtain the same geometry. So the design is very interesting. So we can have also reticulated support structures. The product at the end are fully functional, and also they are completely customized components. We can customize easily all the product during the design phase.